Hello, my beautiful friends. So, we are going to do an impromptu vlog because I have been at, yes, even looking like this, I have been asked so many times how to stay motivated, how to get started, what happens, like, what do you do when you start to feel discouraged? So, I'm going to go ahead. I was going to do a blog post, which I still will, a blog post for the second part of how to start your fitness journey. But I just feel so passionate about it right now that I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. So, part two of how to start your fitness journey enthusiastically, because who wants to start it and be boring or like dread it? No, no, we're doing this the right way. We're doing this the good way, the way you're going to enjoy it. So, part one was to find your why. If you haven't read part one, go back. I'm also probably going to do a vlog just because I like doing vlogs too. Some people like reading, some people like watching videos. So I might as well cover both aspects. So part one was find your why you're wanting to get started, what it is you're wanting to obtain. Like there's a purpose behind you making some sort of transition in your life. It's either to feel better in your clothes, to feel better without clothes, because you have a family, because you have small kids that you want to be able to chase around, or you want to be able to walk up 3 flights of stairs like my apartment's on and not feel like you're out of breath. It's little things, but for every single person, there is a why. And if there's not a why, it's very easy to lose focus. It's very easy to get off track. Having that why is kind of like your foundation. So when you build a house, you have to have a foundation first to hold it all up, okay? Because the ground moves, it's shaky, it's dirt, it could fall apart. But when you have concrete, your house is sitting on top of that concrete foundation. So our concrete foundation is our why. There have been so many times that I have questioned what I'm doing. I have questioned if I can do this workout. I have questioned if I want to give up on working out. And I mean, if I would have given up, where would I be now? You know? So you can't give up. You have to dig deeper. You have to find that why and that purpose because it will drive you. So that brings me, sunburn. I can't do that. That brings me to the next point. What interests you? So part two, what interests you? Part one, you have your why or your what that is going to constantly drive you to keep going. So part two is what interests you. Everybody's different. We're not all the same. We have different hobbies, we have different likes, we have different lifestyles, and that plays a huge part into a fitness journey, a transformation, whatever you're applying this to. This is not just about fitness. Everything I'm going to talk about somehow can apply to your life in another way. If it's a career, if it's a dream that you have, this is still going to pertain to that. So what interests you? Like I said, we're all different. And it's like whenever you have a job. So if you're in a job that you absolutely hate, you're going to wake up every single morning dreading going to work. You're going to hate your day. It's going to feel so long. You're going to be looking at the clock, waiting to see when it's time to go home. You go home, you get to do whatever you want for a few hours, and then you're dreading going back to work the next day. If you have a job you love, I'm not saying you may not be springing out of bed the next morning, but you're not going to be dreading it. You're going to enjoy going. You're going to love your coworkers. You're going to enjoy the environment you're in. You're going to want to keep going. It's not just a paycheck, okay? You see where I'm going with this? So fitness is the same way, okay? So I hate running. I'm not a runner. So for me, I can't go get on a treadmill and run 30 minutes to an hour. It doesn't matter if I'm watching a TV screen, if I'm listening to music, if I'm listening to a podcast. I don't like it. I don't like hearing my feet pound the treadmill underneath me. I don't like staring at the same thing the whole time. Running is not for me. I enjoy it outdoors, but these days when you're a female, you can't really go run on your own. I'm not saying you can't. You still can. So don't take that if you're a female runner that you can't go run. You can. I personally choose not to. I used to, and I got too many creeped out feelings that I just stopped. I stopped going. So if it's running, if it's yoga, if it's HIIT workouts, dance, there's all these Zumba classes that you can do in your community. A bunch of community centers, they host Zumba classes. Um, I know college courses. I took a Zumba class for a college course. It was like 1 credit hour. That's hey, it's exercise. Whether it's lifting weights, there's something that you can find that you like doing. Cycling, hot box. There are so many opportunities. So don't just fall into the this is what everybody's doing, I have to do that. And then when you go do it and you hate it, you want to quit. Finding burn, which is all centered around HIIT workouts, is what I loved most. 45 minutes, I have a heart rate that's going up and down, burning those calories, and I'm done. 45 minutes, I'm done. Um, I used to love going to the gym and lifting weights, but there I would go and lift weights and I would end up bulky because I hated running, I hated doing cardio. So I would have all this muscle up underneath my layers of fat. And yeah, I was fit and I could lift heavy things, but aesthetically, I didn't like the way I looked. So I ended up stopping going to the gym because I hated the way my body was starting to look. And that, we're going to talk about myths. Bulking is a huge myth for women. I hear so many times that I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to get bulky. Lifting weights is not going to make you bulky, okay? Lifting weights on top of not doing cardio and also not eating right. Those two things will make you bulky. I'm going to put a picture up here to show you that you can be fit and have a booty and have muscles on your arms and still have layers of fat over your body because you're not doing cardio. I was eating right too, but I just wasn't doing the cardio part. So we'll talk about that in another vlog. Um, so find what it is that interests you. Find what it is that you enjoy doing. Once you find that one thing that you enjoy doing, you're going to want to keep going. You're not going to want to stop. You're not going to hate it. You're going to enjoy what the next workout is the next day. Okay. So there is something out there for you, believe it or not. There are so many different things that fitness has evolved into these days. So do some research. If you have any questions, ask me. I have an idea that I'm going to do here in a few weeks. But there are so many different avenues that you can go down. There are so many. I hope you can tell how passionate I am about this because there's so many things I just want to keep going into, and I have to stop myself because I can get to talking about this and look down and it be an hour of me talking to the computer. So another huge thing is motivation versus dedication. Two totally different things. And we will also talk about that in a vlog/blog. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, DM me as always. And I think I'm going to start doing a Q&A like every month. I'll probably post it in my story like, hey, Q&A is open. Send me a question. And all these questions I get, I'm going to address in a blog. Okay. So, because I get so many questions all the time, and they're great questions that I'm sure other people have. So, like I said, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, DM me. Thank you for your support, and I love you.